Hello, guys, and welcome back to.
Proved or not.
And
Uh,
new class this time. We got
yep.
the
We.
Alchemist. Now,
I was
uh,
gonna say we finally finished the witch.
yeah, we finished the witch. It was a lot.
Now, so here's the deal. In order to take this class, you have to first you need to learn about equivalent exchange. Then, you need to try and bring your mother back to life. Very essential. That is a joke. That's a reference to Full Metal Alchemist. If you didn't know, Ross, but you didn't.
I was gonna say I still need to see it. I've heard it's good.
Some point. Anyways, so we want
So
intelligence and dexterity.
here's what I'm gonna say. This was the class that
Mm-hmm.
I have not looked at this full properly, but this is the one that I've been excited for because I feel like when it comes to fifth edition as a whole, sure, there is the Alchemist Artificer, but I don't think it quite hits what I want in an Alchemist, if that makes sense.
All right. Well, let's see what we got here in our little treasure
Yep.
trove
So, of
of
course,
treasures.
intelligence, which, of course, that makes sense.
All right, we get boom, 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 boom. We only have a few blanks.
Yeah, and we get something called reagent dice, which I'm curious on what that means. We get a lot of them, though.
All right. Well, anyways,
So
we are a
D6
D6.
plus con. So,
But we get light armor, steel weapons, bombs.
did someone say boom?
I guess you do.
But okay. We get alchemist supplies and herbalism kit, which makes sense.
So bombs, are they detailed how they work in this book?
Good question.
It's actually kind of essential
see.
since it looks like we were something.
It doesn't look like there's anything extra in the appendix. Maybe it talks about it with the alchemist class. Maybe. Unless there would be a. Oh, maybe it's under equipment. Actually, why don't I just look up Control F bombs?
A lot of things with the word bomb in it, but nothing specifically bombs.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. I
I mean,
found
at this point, we're already
I
basically.
found bomb formulas. Oh, which I'm assuming that's just part of the alchemist class.
Well, again, we'll take a look.
Oh, here we go. Okay. You find.
Oh, I found it. 30.
Yep.
Page 30.
So this
Bombs
is
are
a basic
exotic range
one.
weapons with the following statistics: name, bomb, 1d10 fire damage,
At
and
the
it's a
cost of
thrown
two,
weapon.
at the cost of
Okay.
2 silver.
Okay.
When a bomb hits a target, it
It
explodes
explodes in a
15-foot
15 foot
diameter.
and is destroyed. The bomb can be thrown at an unoccupied position in its range. Each creature other than the target within the blast radius must make a DC 11 dexterity saving throw. Be taking half damage roll on a failed save or no damage on a successful one. Additionally, as a bonus action, you can empty move the blast radius in this bomb, dealing damage only to the bomb's target. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's get back to business.
Okay.
Let's get back to business.
So,
We're done.
Hey, we make bombs, which cool.
I don't know if we make bombs, but we get proficiency in them. We get dexterity, intelligence, arcana, history, insight, medicine, nature, perception, sleight of hand, and survival. We get light crossbow bolt, explorer's pack, scholar's pack, alchemist supplies, and a vial of acid.
Cool.
Leather armor and a dagger. Oh, the only. Okay, noted.
So I will say this.
You learn.
This is I think the only D6 class. At least
in this book.
Well, no, the only D6 class that actually comes with proficiency in light armor. I don't think there's a.
But let's keep going because I want to see the actual features.
Right.
You have learned much. You have learned much about alchemy during your studies. Starting at first level, you can add half your proficiency bonus rounded up to any ability check you make to identify herbs, potions, poisons, or other alchemical substances.
Neat.
If the ability check already concludes your proficiency bonus, you can add this bonus in addition to your normal proficiency bonus. Okay, good to know.
Neat.
I almost made a really dumb joke about how you said it.
And then this is like where we learn about bombs.
Yep.
Okay, so it is a feature.
We have bombs.
At first level, you can create volatile alchemical bombs using your alchemist supplies. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, you can create a number of bombs equal to 10 plus your alchemist level.
10 plus twice your alchemist level. So we could have a lot of these on hand.
Yes. For you, the cost. For you, the cost potential to create these bombs is negligible. After 24 hours, an unused bomb becomes inert. The size of a bomb are shown. So basically, every short rest, you have that many
Okay.
bombs.
But once
So it's
you're out,
refilling.
you're
So it's a
out.
ranged weapon that refills ammo, is what it is.
Yeah.
Once per turn, you can take the use an object action to prime a bomb with explosive and make an attack with increasing bomb's explosive potential. When you do so, you can add your intelligence modifier and set dexterity to the bomb's damage roll. Additionally, when you throw a bomb in this way, its damage increases by 1d10 when you reach level 5, 2d10.
So it upgrades as like a cantrip. If you use your
Increases
action
by
to
1d10. So object
to-
action.
Yeah. Ooh.
We have an issue.
Because of our table rules, yeah. Maybe
What? Not our table rules.
Oh.
Although I'm curious what you think. What you think I was going to talk about?
I mean, we could on our table we can interact with an object as a free action.
That's not table rules, Ross. That is the object use interact action.
Oh.
Yes. Yeah, that's not homebrew. That is the rules. But that actually does create an issue.
So I see the intention of what they're trying to go for. It's like you use your action to prime it, and then the next turn, it's like if you were a rogue and you have True Strike for some reason, 2014 edition.
It's not Ross. You don't use your action for this.
It literally says use an object action.
Yes, that's what the mechanic is called. That's what the mechanic is called. The use an object action is that. You know when we say you can use an object as what free action once per turn? That's the use an object action. I feel like maybe I should actually tell you what mechanics are called.
Well, okay. The reason why I'm thinking it's the other way. Only reason why I'm thinking this is because haste.
Mm-hmm.
One of the extra action things you could do is interact with an object.
Yeah,
that gets
you're
specifically
not
called
wrong.
out for that. That's why I'm thinking that this would cost. Actually interacting with an object costs an action.
But haste is not action surge.
Yeah, it's not action surge.
And also, you're not technically wrong. You can. So you can use an object as an action, but once per turn you can do it for free.
Okay.
Our real issue here is you theoretically wouldn't be able to pull these bombs out and prime it at the same turn.
Yeah.
Because it's a use object action to pull weapons out.
And then we can. I mean, that's sort of why they increase the damage is because you're still delaying it.
True. I will say this. So, with that in mind, I will say this. It is worth it to do it late game because the damage is actually increasingly better.
Yeah.
It's not worth it to do it early game.
I would argue that it can be good early because it's a blast radius.
Not really. I mean, I guess if you want that... No, I don't think so. I don't think... Because it's a blast radius either way. I don't think the slight buff that you get before 5th level is worth not attacking on a turn.
I mean,
which is what you'd have to do. For the record, this is fine.
Yeah.
But let's keep going. We get formulae.
And this is the part where I think we have a lot more to look at.
Yes.
Let's see. So bomb formulas.
By 2nd level, your researchers gain insight to new alchemical formulas for your bombs. Select 3 bomb formulae.
And once per turn.
When you prime a bomb, you can apply a formula to it. Okay. So this is what's going to make it worth doing early game.
Okay.
Applying the formula changes all the damage dice rolled for a bomb, but also grants it special effects. When you gain certain levels in this class, you learn additional formulae of your choice, as shown in the bomb formulae known column of the Alchemist table. Additionally, when you gain a level in this class, you can choose one of the formulae you know and place with blah blah blah.
Okay. Fear
And then
study, which are subclasses, which you get at level 2.
Second level, and we get it at 2nd, 6th, 10th, and 18th. Okay, well, all alchemists are common base, not mostly. When you get your subclass, a formula granted by your, just like with the witch, we get a formulae.
Yep.
So this class is built around bombs.
Yeah.
Which makes Alchemist a really weird name.
Well, I consider like alchemical bombs. I bet you there's one of the bomb options that's like.
I wouldn't call it
Replacing-
demolitionist.
Well, let's see what the
But-
stuff actually does. Because we still have to look.
Starting at
Yeah. So reagent.
third level, you have a collection of powerful alchemy surrounded by a pool of reagents that you can spend to prove. Okay, so there is more stuff.
Oh, so we just get a dice pool.
You start with 3 reagent dice, which are d10s, and you gain some reagent dice as you gain levels in this class. So you regain all. But when you prime a bomb, you spend the number of your dice up to your freeze bonus and add the dice to. That's a. Oh.
You could.
Oh.
So instead of making potions, you could choose to increase
Are-
the firepower
Well,
of your bomb
we haven't
further.
been explained how the making potions mechanic works. Yet.
Well, right.
So let's.
It just says you could spend the thing, so it's like
But that was in the flavor, not in the actual mechanics. We don't know how that works.
Okay.
Okay, so by third level,
we have 30.
we have. Okay, it's your level D10.
Yeah. So by
Okay,
20th
I mean-
level, you have 20 d10.
When do we get these back?
Long rest. I believe it. I'm pretty sure it said long rest. Yes, long rest.
Woo! All right, then I'm fine with it.
You thought it was gonna be short rest because monks.
No, I wasn't sure because I hadn't read that part yet. Or rather, I hadn't looked over that part. The reason I say this is if as a long rest, once per day, add an extra damage dice. Basically, if you blow your load and to take out a guy, that's on you. If there are more guys coming.
Right.
I did not want to have to deal with well, yeah, short rest getting all those back is a bit much, but we're good. Long rest, so
yeah.
use them as you will, honestly.
Brewing.
You can spend 10 minutes when enter to brew potions. These potions retain potency for 1 hour, which become inert. The potion calls for 7 throw, use your bomb. Brew dice and the alcohol required to brew potion in the potions table.
Which.
Here is
we
the
have
potions.
a
These are all
lot of
real
them.
potions.
Okay.
So we can get a potion of healing.
There's these get also. What is an?
And
cure
there's a
all-
level. It tells you what level you have to be to get them.
Yeah. What is a cure all potion? Is that just cures all poison and disease or something?
I don't know.
But honestly,
It's
ooh, 7th level for just the potion of resistance. Ooh, that's handy.
is cure all potion actually a thing? You win.
Oh, it's a
Is
legendary.
this from the SRD?
Wait, the potion's legendary, but we could create it at level 7.
Let's see what it is. It's possible. When you drink the potion, it reduces your exhaustion level by 1. Removes any reduction to one of your blaze cores. Removes the and cures you of any disease currently afflicting you.
Oh, just one of the.
Mhm.
Okay. One of them's being cured. Okay.
Potion of sovereign. You can make sovereign glue.
Oh, hey, we really we talked about this last session.
Potion of flying. That's really good. Hill giant strength is in. Oh wow. Potion of invisibility. Potion of superior healing.
Hill,
These
Hill
are
Giant,
good.
Hill Giant is 21 strength, right? I believe. I forget the order of giant strength potions.
I'm pretty sure it's not, but I will double check for you.
I know they all have to do with strength. It's
21. You're right. You are correct.
Okay.
Yes.
That's still really good.
I mean, hey, it immediately gets you. So at what level? 14th level.
A little late.
Who knows
But-
when you finish short rest, you can choose to regain. Oh. What? No. What?
Wait, reagent synthesis.
When you finish your rest, you can choose to regain all your expended reagent dice that weren't used to brew potions. Basically, the ones
That-
you used to add the damage.
that weren't used to make potions.
Once you use the feature, you can't choose to official. I mean, I guess it's once per day. I
mean,
guess it's
the-
okay.
I honestly, all these potion options are really strong to the point where
Mhm.
I don't know if I'm gonna use the damage one that much. Honestly,
Maybe, but
ooh, I just realized potion of growth is on that first list.
you're not wrong.
Ooh, that's actually pretty
Ooh.
powerful.
Let's keep going.
So far, this is all cool. I'm enjoying it.
Honestly, it is pushing it for me.
Discoveries.
In the course of you reach, you made a number of discoveries regarding the nature of alchemy. At the 4th level, you gain 2 discoveries just when you gain a certain level of additional skills of your choice. Oh my god, that's another table?
Oh my god. So we got discoveries.
ASIs! You know them, you love them.
Yep. Flashbang.
Moving right along. You're curious what to help you escape on. Most at you and throw in these storing each large. Can't take reaction until the start. So just stops reactions for free
But you
as
have
a
to use
bonus.
you have to use one of your explosives.
Wait, oh, is it?
You throw one of
No, you can
one
throw
of
one of
these
these.
explosives.
No, you just have infinite of these.
Air
No,
supply specific explosives.
I say tie it to proficiency bonus for flashbang. Nothing
Yeah.
here gives you a limit. Tie it to proficiency bonus because that's
Uh,
being able to just as a bonus action, which could basically be free. Just a reminder, this class actually uses the use an object action as main action usage stuff. Which is crazy, by the way. So flashbang just is like,
yep.
it basically... Yeah, no, how long did you remove the AI? Yeah, till the start of its next turn. Yeah, that's too much.
Okay.
Yeah, again, if you just give it a limit, I'm good. Proficiency bonus.
Oh yeah,
Nice and simple.
I put that.
Evasion.
Oh well, we know it. You love it. It's a classic.
I'm banning it. Kidding.
I was gonna say what? What the fuck?
That was a joke. Yeah, we don't have to read this. I double checked. It's evasion. You know it. You love it.
Blast coding. You automatically see saving throws against
You
your
know,
own
on your own bombs and never take damage from them.
That's sort of rhetorical. That last sentence is sort of rhetorical because we got evasion already.
I mean, oh yeah, you're kind of You're not wrong, but it might be that some of the reagents make them not dex saves.
Oh, maybe. You know what? Fair point. That could be the case.
And now,
the Philosopher's Stone.
At 20th level, you'll know the kind of all alchemy. Just don't try and find out how it's made. A philosopher. Ross, I don't know why you're laughing. Eve actually gets that joke better than you do.
Do I?
Oh, you never got to the end, did you? Did you get to the end?
No.
A philosopher's stone, diamond of alchemy, and fist-sized glowing gem. You can construct your philosopher's stone using your alchemist supplies. 1,000 and 7 days of work. You can only have one philosopher's. As long as you have a stone, you can get the fall. Whenever you finish a short long rest, you regain all expended. 20 level, that's fine.
Yeah, 20th level.
You can repose as an action instead of over the course of. Yeah, it's fine.
Your age slows by 10.
You age 10. Additionally, another fun form which doesn't count against the number you know.
Nuclear bomb.
By replacing it with your philosopher's stone, you can change it to a nuclear bomb deals 10d10 plus 100 force damage instead of its normal fire damage. Has a blast radius of 1 mile. And completely destroys the philosopher's stone. Each creature within the blast radius that fails to saving throw takes the full bomb's damage rolled or half as much on a successful save. Creatures within 60 feet of the bomb gain no evasion. Creatures within 60 feet of the bomb gain no benefit from evasion or similar features. Ross?
So we're not immune to our own bomb in this case.
You're correct. I am glad you correctly deduced. Your feature is what I would classify as a similar feature.
Unless one of the designers says otherwise in the comments, which, I mean, hey, if they do, hey.
I do want to say this, by the way, as powerful as this is.
It's a high cost, but it's also a lot of damage.
Hey, Ross, I want you to do some math for me.
Oh, what's up?
Because here's the thing.
Oh, we're doing
You're not getting away from this.
Oh, yeah.
What is the average HP of a level 20 alchemist?
Well, thankfully, that's actually not too hard to figure out because we have a wizard. I could just use the template of a wizard because they are also
yes. Also, Ross, do me a favor and be generous. Give it 20 con.
20 con? Okay, that's absolutely fair. We are level 20.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. So if I make this into swap it to manual roll and just put 20. Then put into an ability score just because I'll default to 18.
Mm-hmm.
Give me but a moment.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Let's see. We have at level 20. We have 182.
182. do.
I do.
Okay.
Let me double check. I don't have anything like the confi on this character or something. Yeah, I'm doing this on my phone, so it's taking me a moment.
The prize got viewed on your PC so you can have capture on footage.
I didn't think about that. No, this does not have the tough feat. So we're at
All right.
182.
All right. So, at best, presuming average dice not rolling because that's a whole other mess. So, what is the average? So, I want two questions. The average dice roll of 10d10 plus 100.
I already have that for you. It is 55.
And
then plus 100,
so,
which is 155. So, at average, there's a chance
it
that we
doesn't.
survive this.
But there is a really decent shot you go unconscious from this every time you use it.
But you also gotta keep in mind,
And
at most, this is just straight up 200 damage. I don't even think a meteor swarm can. Actually, wait.
it's great that it's 200 damage, but again,
that might actually
so
not be true.
Okay, Ross. Here is the true issue with this. This is the character death button, and I'll tell you why. First off, a mile is not a distance even a normal character can cross in a minute.
You're talking normal character. We have a monk that can go in the speed of light. I'm joking.
Our issue, Ross, is we need to get a healer in there.
Okay, do you want to be really strong with this?
There are 1,000 things. But
so, if you want to use this in a fight, do you know what you do?
Mm-hmm.
Your wizard over there, that's right next to the rest of the party, they had spent their turn casting Globe of Invulnerability.
that'll unfortunately do not much for you.
What?
I appreciate the thought. Globe of Invulnerability has, well, limits. Mainly, it only protects you from spells.
Oh, does it? Oh, wait. What's
Yep.
the point of anti-magic field then?
Because Globe of Invulnerability still lets you cast spells.
Also, it's stuck on the Google search page.
Why is it? Oh, wait, how long has it been stuck there?
No,
It
it
just
got stuck there.
What? That's weird.
Give
me a sec. I can
Yeah,
fix it. I don't know what happened there. Bear. Yes,
I
Globe
saw
of
you type
Invulnerability
it.
is any spell or 5th level cast from outside the barrier can't affect creature objects within the spell.
Why? Huh. Okay.
It's useful. Globe of Invulnerability is useful. I want to be clear.
Oh no, it's useful, but, I would think they would. Okay, well, okay. I'm sure there's a way that we could protect our party from the blast. I'm sure there's a spell you could do that with. Oh wait, fucking Death Ward would be at 1 HP, but your party would survive.
I mean,
Unless
again,
outright kills.
I get and appreciate the idea. I do. Sorry about that. I realized a mistake I made, so I'm fixing it.
Yep.
I see. I must have accidentally. My point in all this, Ross, is this is even at level 20. Because again, I gave you the generosity of a 20 con.
Yeah, no, there's a good shot that the alchemists themselves may go down.
Mm-hmm.
But
again,
also,
I'm not saying this is a bad ability, but
I just thought about something,
and
you actually brought up a good point. This is really strong because it's not counted as a spell. So legendary you can legendary resist it, sure, but
you're not gonna get magic resistance.
You're not getting magic resistance.
That actually depends. Give me a second. Magical resistance isn't tied to spells. It's tied to magical effects.
Oh, that's true.
This one could go. This is one of those ones that could go either way. Let's get to the thing that's going to be annoying.
So I think so far base ability is cool. Oh wow, we have a lot of bombs.
Why do some of them have asterisks?
As
long Unless there's all bombs use a loud boom audible
Oh, do you know what
with
it
1
might be?
mile. Bombs are presented in alphabetical order.
Do you know what it might
As
be?
bombs are, if it makes sense. Before we go, let me read this. If throwing bomb fails its target, for some reason, assume the mass bombs has exploded hard in the background fail the net altogether. But do not explode the target or deal damage within the blast. The GM can decide which of these two outcomes happens, or can determine the outcome. So basically, if you miss, nothing happens.
Oh, so I think with the ones I'm noticing a dash, like Bramble Bomb, for
Asterisks?
example, asterisks. I see Bramble Bomb, and I'm guessing it's gonna be like you throw this bomb and it will create.
Bramble bomb doesn't have an asterisk.
Wait, what are you talking about? Oh, that little symbol.
Little stars.
Oh,
Yeah, these are dashes. I don't care about these. I get these.
oh,
They don't do damage. They don't have a saving throw.
maybe the asterisks mean. Well, no, the Bramble Bomb's right there. Wait, why are there asterisks?
I don't know. Let's find out.
So first off,
It's not like this is a feature that'll have stuff. We got the acid bomb.
let's see.
Deals acid damage, and it's nice. It damages our D4s just the target. So each creature within the blast radius does also the same amount of damage at the end of its next turn.
So basically, it's theoretically. Oh no, this is worse damage actually. By
Oh.
D4s.
Oh, Ross, how many subclasses are there? 1, 2,
Oh,
3, 4,
good question.
5, 6,
There are
7.
one,
No, that
2,
can't be
3,
right,
4,
because
5,
the
6,
nuke
7,
there.
8. There are 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could you do me a favor? Check the subclasses.
Yeah.
I want to see if I look down the subclasses.
Pheromone Bomb. Is that up there?
Nope. I think yes, Pheromone Bomb is. Yes, it is. It is.
Okay. So it might be
All right.
attached to those.
So asterisk means it's elsewhere in the book,
okay.
but nuke isn't there, I guess, because it's above. Okay. Weird.
All
right.
So acid bomb is gonna be worse damage, but I guess it's damage.
But
over
it's
time,
more.
But...
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
Well,
worse.
yeah,
it's worse damage because if it makes all your dice into D4s, it'd be equivalent of roughly a D8 versus what would be of a D10. Although it's better damage type.
Wait, dang, I lost myself.
You went past it. Go down. There you go. We're back at Alchemist.
Sorry about that. Yeah, I hate going on this thing.
I mean, it's better damage type, so I guess it's fine.
It's the fact that it triggers twice, but carrying on.
Anyway, we have
Bramble. A bomb deals no damage, but instead causes tough, difficult terrain. Yep.
That's what I thought, which makes sense.
Ooh. Oh, and they have a strike save if they want to stand. Okay.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna rapid fire through these because
there's
honestly,
lot.
there's so much flavor text in these. Okay, by replacing cold damage, it's dice or d8. It requires a con save. See, there, told you, called it.
Well, no, it says it in here, which I don't like that one of them says varies.
No, that's not. No, Ross, that's not my point. The thing I called though was that yes, something will change.
Well, yeah, no, please do not
I
see
mean,
the
we'll
column
see.
on the left that says saving throws.
Yeah, I saw that. I just didn't bring it up till now.
Anyway,
addition to the target as well. Each creature in the blast fails and has to be reduced by 10 until the next turn. Okay.
I would say that's probably worth it. Holy
Community
bomb!
drops
Holy bomb! The holy hand grenade!
List of content you can change it to a bomb. A holy bomb deals rate damage instead of fire damage, and its damage dice are D8s unless target celestial fiend. The bomb damage dice are D6s against celestials and D12 against fiends and undead. Interesting. Okay.
I mean, it makes sense of why there's that.
The answer is you would only use it against fiends and undead.
Right. Yeah, no, the holy hand grenade is back, boys.
Impact bomb. By placing bombs with content with more reactive ones, you can change it into force damage and fire damage, and its damage dice are D8 to the target, as well as each creature within that last race. So the fail saving throw is pushed 5 feet. I'll be honest, the secondary effects on these are kind of bad.
Well, I mean, you gotta keep in mind, you have a lot of these bombs to play with.
Well, that's true. Where are we? We're at impact bomb. Oh, we got a lot.
Yeah, we have a lot.
Incendiary. Instead of damage, so D6 is additionally the area of blast phase and engulf flames. Okay, this is actually until the start of my next turn. Okay.
Okay, cool.
This turn, this turn takes half the funds. That's lame.
We got laughing gas. This is the Joker.
Empty ones bomb deals poison damage. D6s con save.
Yep. Additionally,
falls into a front of lava once one creature falls to the effects from. Wait.
So once they are how long?
Ross, it's time to play Something's wrong here.
So to make a con save instead of a dex, yep, that's additionally when the target, as well as each creature within the blast radius, which keep in mind is, how big is the blast radius again? 15 feet, I think.
Yes, about.
Falls prone in a fit of laughter. Once a creature falls prone due to the bomb effect, it is immune to this effect, but not the bomb's poison damage for the next 24 hours.
So
something here is...
I tried to do this last time. I actually don't know if this is raw versus right, but I will say, either this is so broken that I would never allow it as written, or it is so laughably underpowered that I wouldn't. It's not even worth considering picking. Good luck.
That is very interesting to me because the fact that it's poison damage. Now I know not every creature has immunity to poison damage, but there's a lot of creatures that have resistance to poison damage.
But I will say this: the damage type is not my issue.
Right? No, like there's no way that would be the issue. It has to involve the laughing part. But why would that be the case for making it too strong? If a creature falls once they fall prone.
I remind you, I said there were two options.
Yeah, there are two options. One that would be so overpowered that it would basically be banned, or so underpowered there's no reason of picking it.
Here, Ross, I'm going to help by giving you a clue. Because I think I know what went wrong here.
Tasha's hideous laughter? Magic Skin wounds are becoming incapacitated. I think this is just a knock-prone ability.
Yeah, that's what makes it so bad. Ross?
Here's what I will say. There is valid use of this, because even if, let's say, we're able to get 3 people in there and only 2 of them fall, this is a crowd control that can guarantee half a creature's movement unless they dash.
Give me a second, because I believe... okay, I will say this, Ross. I bet you something else here is going to do the same thing. Knock someone prone.
Yeah, maybe.
So, to explain. My real problem with this isn't that it knocks someone prone. It's that that's all it does at the end of the day. And apparently that's worth A, a lower damage dice, and B,
a worse
immunity.
Type. Yeah, the immunity part I don't quite get.
That's what makes us laughably weak. Knocking prone just is not worth it for this.
Yeah,
And if any other bomb knocks someone prone, and also does damage, this is useless.
Maybe,
plain and simple.
Well, unless it has the tag, it's not immune to it'll become immune if it fails it. Because then you could do them twice. Like one laughing, one of the other one. But
as a reminder, you pick a select few of these.
Which, out of curiosity, what part of this would have made you think it was super strong, like overpowered?
Nothing! That's why it was either or.
Oh, okay.
The point of the game was you're supposed to guess which one.
Oh, I thought you were saying, like, both, like, you saw a way that...
No. The game was guess which one.
My bad. Then we have...
let's go. Lightning Bomb. By placing lightning bomb deals damage. Yeah, I know that damage. Okay.
Cool.
See this? This, I argue, is so much stronger than knocking someone prone.
Here's the thing. I agree with you, specifically because you had that one episode in Dragon City.
But let's carry on. I want to keep going.
Non-lethal bomb, specifically.
I don't want deals bunch of damage instead of fire damage and non-damage are for 8 days. The damage from the drops the creature to 0 hit points.
I guess.
It knocks out early from glow, rendering the creature unconscious and stable. Additionally, this bomb absorber pellets bounce around corners, ignoring half and 3/4 cover. Ooh, that's actually really nice.
That's really nice. But also, I guess that makes sense. You can't exactly say, I'm going to non-lethally kill with a bomb.
You can't, Ross. You can't say that sentence at all with or without the bomb.
Exactly. So I'm like, hey, I
But
guess
let's carry
there's an
on.
option for that.
Oil bomb
Uh,
doesn't deal damage. That's not critical. It takes fire damage. It takes an extra d6 fire damage for each of the fire damage rolled up. Maximum of half your. This is
so this is a
lame.
setup one. So you use this and then light it with another bomb potentially.
Here's my issue with this, Ross. No, that's not how this show works. What's my issue with this, Ross?
Well, you say it's lame, so it's not something that's be too overly powerful.
Yeah, we're not playing that game again. That game
Yeah.
gets a once per episode play.
So
Playing.
I'm guessing it's the fact that it seems underpowered at first sight. Let's see. Oh,
Not at first light.
so it can be moved away with a gallon of water.
That is a part of it, but that's
Yeah.
not the major part.
Uh,
So, here, Ross.
the fact that you're okay. Is it the fact
Mhm.
that theoretically,
Mhm.
actually, I don't even know if this is true, but if you were to use, because for this to work, you'd have to use two of your bombs, one that does fire damage, and this one that doesn't do any damage and is oil. This would.
I will say,
empower
Ross,
it-
if you're looking for a complicated thing, you're getting colder from my issue.
Oh.
It is so simple that this oil bomb is not just bad. It is outright useless unless you are fighting a very, very, very small select few monsters that exist. So small that, again, picking this as one of your own limited options is absolutely not going to be worth it. Here, Ross.
What's up?
How much damage does a regular bomb do?
A regular bomb, which I don't believe there's a level selection for this. Let's just choose when we go with when we initially get it.
don't-
Which is level 2.
Yeah, it won't make a difference because of how this feature works.
Well, if you prime the bomb, which no matter what, we're going to have to prime a bomb in order to make this special bomb,
Correct, yes.
it would be 2d10.
Okay, thank you.
I believe,
Now,
unless I'm mistaken.
you're not wrong. So now, how much damage does this oil bomb add?
It's an extra d6 equal to half of your Alchemist level. Does it round it up specifically?
Let's just round it up.
So,
Actually, d6 for each die of fire damage. Oh, Ross, I misread this.
okay. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, you're wrong. Okay, that's actually really good then.
Yeah, no, it's one that will. It'll take a good number of turns to get it off, but when you get it off,
Each die of. So what I will say is this is only really this is only good, Ross, if you combo it.
yeah, no,
Not yourself. Not yourself. If you're comboing with yourself, Ross, you're wasting it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, comboing
Yeah.
with another ally would be great, but I'm just saying, you as the Alchemist, you could combo it if necessary.
You cannot. And I'll tell you why. Because comboing it with yourself means A, as you pointed out, they could easily get it off. B,
Well,
my original issue would stand. The damage would be less.
okay, I feel like easy.
The damage you would be sacrificing, because you're sacrificing several turns to do it,
Yeah.
would ultimately add up to less. So you would spend 4 turns doing less damage than you could have done in 2.
Also, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna put in air quotes on easy or easily getting off because this specifically calls out that they must have a gallon of water.
True. No. Again, it's not the getting off. It's like, again,
Right.
yeah, your own abilities don't gel with this. But let's keep going.
Right.
Prismatic bomb. You can change it to a prismatic bomb. Prismatic deals damage to random turn type instead of fireman and it rises a random determined type of saving throw. It's just a.
Wait.
Why would I?
So
I'm not sure why you'd want to do this.
I guess you could have it to where all of the saving throws. If you look at the saving throws part, if
Mhm.
I wanted to, wisdom is always a good number of times a reliable saving throw to hit. So maybe I could have it to where there's a chance I get wisdom as the saving throw for,
But-
let's say, a lightning thing.
I think
Ooh, here's another thing as well.
my issue with this, Ross, is it's too dependent on randomness, RNG.
I also want to bring up something that's very fascinating.
Mhm.
Which that is true. there are some creatures that do have abilities that are similar to evasion. This would change that save from a dexterity to one that would not
Yes.
apply to dex for it.
But I could also just pick up one of the many bomb formulas
true.
that don't have dex as a saving throw. That's the issue with
That's
this.
also true.
Is that
That's true.
yeah? You're picking this because you want to do a different damage. Let's keep going. Psionic, psychic damage, d6s,
Fire, yep.
wisdom saving throw.
Yep, that makes sense because of psychic.
That and with that, the above one is useless in my
Additionally,
eyes.
the target.
Target as well as each fails saving throw has advantage on constant throws to maintain concentration spells at the end. Okay. I mean, there are times.
Yeah, there are times
Quiet
where that's helpful. Yeah, quiet bomb. Oh.
D8 makes only allow threat level only at 10 feet and releases a puff of smoke. Creatures have disadvantage on ability checks to detect this bomb. Oh. Okay.
Oh.
I guess it's for a stealth situation.
Yeah, which neat.
You don't have disadvantage on range attack rolls with big. Okay.
A D6.
Oh. Wait, that doesn't make
You don't have
sense.
disadvantage on range attack rolls when making a bomb. As a result, within a creature.
Of being within 5 feet of a hostile creature. That's not what I thought that would be. I thought it would be the other way around. You have disadvantage when in the long range.
So. Okay, so I'm guessing this is more referring to because you wouldn't want to throw a bomb right next to you. Unless there is an option.
You have that ability that makes you immune. You absolutely want to throw these bombs right next to you.
Well, you don't get that until level 15. I was going to bring up the fact that when you prime it, if I remember correctly, I believe there was an option to have it to where it only affects the one creature that gets hit by the bomb.
That is potentially true, yes. But again, Ross, my problem is not... Again, my problem isn't the mechanical thing. This is actually really good.
Oh, yeah, no.
This is solid.
Yeah.
This is super solid for the right build. My issue is the name.
Yeah.
My issue is entirely the name.
I got to say its name. Smoke bomb.
Smoke bombs. Smoke bomb deals no damage. Smoke bomb spins on corners and it lasts for a number of rounds. Yep, this is what thank you too. You're too slow. Thunder damage. Con save.
Yep.
Is deafened. Okay.
Cool.
Reasonable. Stink.
Stink bomb.
Adding a single drop of skunkinite. I'm already that.
Skunkinite.
Poison damage. D8. Con save. Additionally, target as well as boxing the first and there's disadvantage on objects it makes until the. That's not coming up ever.
It'll come up once.
Teleportation bomb. No damage. Versus space points that affect teleports you to where you throw it.
So
the bomb floats more than 30 feet from you.
Question, because I don't remember if we actually saw this. Is there a feature or a part of this class that says you can't hand out your bombs to your allies? Like, can it only be done by you?
Ross, I will save you the trouble. There is no way within the rules of the game to give a primed bomb to an ally.
Okay. Because I was thinking, giving your ally a teleportation bomb...
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But there is no way, because prime bombs basically... Yeah, there is no way...
It's setting it to
charge. Is in fact... Yeah, it is in fact impossible.
That's fair.
Yeah, moving on. That's lame. That's actually super.
And it explodes. Maybe it's a 5-foot radius. Maybe it's a 5-foot radius for the bomb. Maybe I was wrong.
No, they were 15. I remember.
Wait, then why would it be smaller radius?
I don't get that either.
That
I played you change it. I guess it's if you want to do less damage for some reason, but I feel like if you're in that situation, just use the non-lethal bomb.
Yeah.
Moving on. By
Withering
mixing your bombs, explosives, composed with powerful, you can change it to Withering bomb deals to card damage instead of fire damage. Damage or target also carrying. Okay, I mean,
that's solid.
Potential uses.
And that is all the bombs.
If a discovery has a must. These are the discoveries. We're not.
We got discoveries, which.
How many of these are there?
Oh boy.
How long have we been going?
So far we have been going for about 44 minutes.
Okay, I'll push to discoveries.
I was anyway.
I know. I'm doing my math, Ross.
We could take a break whenever you want.
We could. Remember research into vicious, most vicious poisons allows you to brew the flying potions. So right through in here. I'm not going to read the potions. These are all in the SRD.
Okay. Well, as long as they're near
Now, breakthrough in your alchemical size has to reveal the formations of several potent elixirs. You can brew the following potions.
Cool.
Are these all just alchemy stuff? Your alchemy. Oh, that's all these. All these are giving you more potions.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh wait, no,
well,
we got more.
Arcane study.
3 cantrips on the wizard spell list. 2 additional bomb formulae. With martial and fields.
So are these basically just warlock invocations, but this
I
class?
think kind of lame. When you charm a creature, you can choose to place it in a dreamy state from which it. Oh, this is a specific subclass. We're gonna.
Yeah, that's specific subclass.
As react, we take damage and expend. No, more subclasses. You have developed the serum that thickens your blood. Your about maximum increases by your maximum level. Modifying increases about 1 again whenever you gain a level in this class. Okay.
Wait, I'm confused by that one. Wait, so your
maximum increases by your alchemist level plus your constitution modifier. This makes sense.
And you get an extra one for each. Oh, wow. That's a lot of HP.
No, Ross, it's not. It's not. Saving you the trouble, it's not.
Well, no, it's because this is.
And it increases by 1 again whenever you gain a level in this class. It's just keeping the same scaling.
Oh, well, you get that in your Constitution modifier again, so.
Yeah, yes. No, you don't. You don't. It's just Constitution modifier, so let's say it's 5, then your level. That's it. It's not bad.
Your maximum hit points is increased by your level. It doesn't say, like, your hit points become this.
When you say again, you don't mean. You mean. Oh, I thought you were saying every time I leveled up, I added my con modifier.
No.
You're right. It does do that. But, I don't know. You just better grind 8 hours of work which can be performed over the course of a long rest. You can create a homunculus. We know this feature.
Spell.
This is, your homunculus can't...
They can attack on its turn.
Demolition. When you prime and throw a bomb, you can choose to throw a number of bombs equal to the number of damage dice for your bomb. Instead of only one each bomb you throw deals 1d10 damage plus your touches modifier. And can't target the... Oh, this is a...
That just makes the Eldritch Blast, but...
No, this is a subclass.
Oh, is this a subclass? Oh.
But as you load one of your bombs onto the head of a crossbow bolt instead of its normal damage, the bolt deals damage if the bomb has been primed and thrown, but doesn't have a blast rate. So only one of your bombs can be loaded on a bolt at a time. You can't fire and close the bolt at the same turn you throw a bomb.
Cool.
Fire as bonus action, you can mix your bombs together and apply the firing function when you are holding until the end of your turn. You'll fire it until you can use action to drink its contents and spit them out. And if you can have a bomb breath weapon.
Cool.
You have
You take
your bombs from the
equal to 1d4
when you
each bomb dice.
You should remember. Yeah, so this is a price. Okay. You treat your bombs bonus to increase explosive. Your bomb save DC increases by half. Brings bonus rounded down. When you prime and throw a bomb, you can use your action to make an attack with a weapon that isn't two-handed.
Cool.
And when you prime and throw a bomb, you can convert a measure of your own blood to radiant. You can add 5 or fewer radiant dice to bombs damage without expending them, and you lose 1d6 points for each radiant added. Can't read over it anyway. Okay?
Okay. Lazarus bolt.
Throwing life with a... Hey!
Wait. No.
What the hell is this?
Wait. No. Why is this here? Why? It's later than the other one. I do want to bring up that. But why is this here?
Despite what Kiri says, I am maintaining my original stance. And I'll be honest, considering this is basically just the same ability and you also don't get spells, I'm just going to say no for the bans. It has the same name, does the same thing, uses the same wording.
Why is this here? That is my... So wait, is the Necromancer a duplicate of the Alchemist, or the Alchemist duplicate of the Necromancer?
I think it's the first one.
Okay.
Let's carry on. Thanks to you have expanded the blast race. Whenever you add index to your bombs damage, you can also choose to expend the bombs blast race. Ooh, okay, that can be big.
Wait, what was it? Sorry, I was tabbed out.
You can make the radius bigger.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You put 2 reagent dice in, and it gets bigger. Okay.
Wow, only at 17th level, though? That's fairly late.
Poisoner. You research poison. You gain proficiency with poison. You can grab upon poisons when you. Oh, there's more potions. You have modified your bombs to have narrow gaps for keeping some creatures. You can choose one creature to last line raise bomb other than the target. Automatic skill stand throw again and take them. So basically, just save friends. By keeping your potions organized, you can quickly draw them. Immediately after you take damage, you can use your reaction to drink a potion. That's actually
that is
good.
huge. Holy crap, that is
New
huge.
potions, you can still potions you have already brewed, destroying them and regain energy that's spent to brew them. You can choose to spend these resources to create new potions. You can't gain more than your maximum number of dice using this ability.
So basically, if we make a potion that doesn't end up being useful, we can swap it out for another one.
Oh, wait, no, we don't.
What?
That's strong. Oh, that is so strong. Oh, it's only from new potions. Okay, I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Syringe.
Using this, I think you can use more Irish potions as opposed to as a bonus action. You can inject a potion to yourself or creature as it normally. Well, sure.
Yeah. Wait. Why would you?
All right. Well, that is all the ones we want to look at for now. We'll come back to these as we get the proper subclasses.
We're gonna take a little bit of a break, we will be back. Let me
Ross,
real quick before anything.
Ross, before you do anything, Ross, you left the oven on, so we better run and fix that.
Oh no, I need to. Well, real quick, I need to copy and paste the Lazarus bolt because I couldn't remember. So we're just banning it for Alchemist.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Not worth it.
Okay, Lazarus bolt banned.
Okay, it's a fire now. We should really deal with that.
Oh dear God.
We will be right back.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Ross,
sorry about that.
Why? Why did you put? Okay, why did you put oil in the oven?
That's not what the recipe called for.
Olive oil.
Oh. Maybe I should stick to microwaving grilled cheese instead. Anyway.
Okay, well, anyways, where were we? Right, the fields of study.
Yep, field
the
of study.
Subclasses for the Alchemist.
And we have an interesting list when it comes to the names, but first off, we're starting off with the Armorist.
That's Amorist.
Which, if that's an art for the Armorist, it looks fascinating. I'll give it that.
Okay, so we get some bonus proficiencies. As a reminder, we get our subclasses at second level, by the way.
Yep. Which
we get deception and persuasion.
Interesting choice. So I guess this is a little more somehow charismatic. Actually, wait.
I guess we'll.
Things say produce potions.
It's not Armorist. It is. It's Amor. It is Amorist. That was my stupid joke. This is Amorist.
Wait. So wait. What is an Amorist?
It's a made-up word, but I assume it has to do with love.
Probably. I do see with potions of love and their far more popular product, which is pheromones. Which this is the one that's the pheromone.
Let's see. Starting at second level, you can place your bomb close contact with a potent pheromone, changing into a pheromone bomb. Pheromone bomb requires a wisdom saving throw instead of dexterity saving. The bomb deals no damage and instead causes the target as well as your monsters to fail. It's said to be charmed by you until the end of its next turn until it takes damage. That's kind of lame. Like nothing wrong with charm, Ross.
Yeah.
My issue is charming by me just means they aren't going to attack me. Right. I guess it's great if I'm in level. Anyways, let's see what else we get. Sixth level.
Intelligence modifier added to charisma checks, which we already have proficiency in. And I do want to make note.
Okay.
The fact that it says add and not just replaces your charisma modifier.
You are correct. So you are correct.
You could be great at charisma and great at intelligence.
All right.
Stack them
to
have a.
All right, Ross. Time for you to do some math.
Oh, okay. So I level.
All right, so level 20, you have 20 points in intelligence and charisma,
which is +5 for both. So that'd be +10. Then proficiency, which is +6. Or if you want to take to the proficiency in persuasion and deception, which we could have intimidation and what's the last one? The one that a lot of bards usually take.
We're not going to worry about that.
Right. Either way.
I just want to math. I just want to see how high this can go.
So theoretically, if we roll a 1 on this ability check, not including expertise yet, we would have 1 + 16. We have a base of 17.
Now, crazy thought, because it's a 6th level ability, multi-class with an 11th level rogue.
That's a default. That would be a default of 10 plus 60. 26.
Would be the lowest you can get in those rolls.
Yeah, 26 would be the lowest you can get, which I do want to bring up. There's a subclass for the Ranger that gets a very similar ability. However, it's not intelligence, it's wisdom.
All right, but let's carry on. This is a nice to have feature.
Yeah.
But we got more stuff. So,
chemical perfume.
10th level. You wear an aromatic mind-altering perfume that endears others to you. When a hostile creature within 5 feet, you makes an attack roll against you. Must be on a wisdom saving throw against your bomb. Or the event on the attack roll. Once a creature sees on the saving throw, it is immune to this effect for 24 hours. Target automatically sees on the saving throw if it can't be charmed. So basically, you have Sanctuary up at all times.
Yeah, this is Sanctuary.
It's a better Sanctuary, but I will say what balances it out is once they make the save, they've made the save.
Right. And honestly, you want something I'm surprised is actually not included on here?
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like they're not attacking you because I know it's mechanically like Sanctuary. Oh, it does say it. Never mind.
What were you gonna say?
Normally, it would say something about a charmed creature would not be affected by this, but it does.
Oh yeah, it does say that. It does say that.
Still, pretty nice to have passively. And then Capstone. Alchemical
Starting
Romance.
at 18th level, during a long rest, you can spend 4 reagent dice to make an extremely potent Potion of True Love. Uh-oh. This potion acts much like a filter love, except that when you make this potion, you choose the creature this target regards as its true love, provided the target knows the creature or meets it within 24 hours of consuming the potion. Additionally, the effect lasts indefinitely and ends only when you make a new potion. Oh no. When this potion effects are ended, a target in regards to this creature's once loved with total. When this creature's potions affect. It regards the creature it once loved with total disgust and can never love that. Oh no.
Oh, that's a problem.
This one. Mechanically, this is fine.
Yeah,
but
mechanically, it's fine. But I'll be honest.
Okay. Before we even go, I need to look at the filter of love.
Yeah, no, mechanically fine. However,
yeah, you'll notice that all this says is charmed by, right?
Yeah, no, this is regarded as. It's regarded as. Wait, so.
Yeah, that's all this is. Because you know what, 5e designers, Watty can say a lot about them. They know they don't want to touch this bag of worms. This is the actual filter of love.
Yeah, so here's what my recommendation is.
Mm-hmm. It's probably going to be very similar to mine, but it might be a little different.
Class is overall approved. However, if you want to play this, we are reworking how.
Yes.
The subclass is on theme with the final capstone. But
we need to rework it, and I have the rework for you.
Okay, so hold on. I'm going to put approved reworked. What's the ability called?
Alchemical Romance.
Alchemical Romance.
Honestly, all we need to do is remove a couple sentences. So, first, we remove the word true love.
True love.
And we remove this whole paragraph needs to go.
I'm just gonna copy and paste that.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot.
It is a lot, but it needs to go. It is. Here's the issue with it. It could break a lot because it could be so easily abused.
Which, by the way, for the record, I want to make this record clear.
Mm-hmm.
We are not saying that this is a problematic feature because of the people that are at our table.
Yeah, no, I don't think anyone at our table would abuse this. I'm just not comfortable having it,
right,
period.
No, it's just not something that either me or police would be comfortable with keeping as it is.
Otherwise, though,
yeah.
this subclass is, again, it's fine for the right campaign, the right idea.
Yeah.
Just
So I guess with
its
all
abilities.
that in mind, so we're gonna say approved. What kind of approved would you say, or would you just say just regular approved?
No, this is fine. This, like, the subclass is fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here's what I will say. I'm going to say, because of how customizable the
Artificer is. Oh, not Artificer. Oops. Alchemist.
yes, how customizable the Alchemist is, the subclasses have a lot less heavy lifting to do.
Right. I can agree to that.
The abilities we get are honestly fine.
Yeah, so far.
All right, let's keep going. We got the Apothecary.
Now, the Apothecary. Now, fun fact. Now, we have not done it in our Approved or Not series. Maybe we want to do that at some point. But we've already looked at the core class that the Dungeon Dudes, shout out the Dungeon Dudes, about their Apothecary, which, overall,
Have I actually looked at that, or have we just talked about it?
we've looked at it.
I don't remember. I remember talking about it. I don't remember actually. Maybe we have. It was a long time ago, though.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Anyways, let's see what
yeah,
this is.
Let's see what we got. So,
When you choose this field of study at second level, you get proficiency in medicine.
cool.
I have to point out.
I mean, I'm assuming we could choose the proficiency of. Oh.
No. That's 2 proficiencies.
Yeah. I mean, not everyone is gonna get 2 proficiencies.
I know.
But it's cool
Look,
that you get proficiency.
I gotta judge. Second level, you can mix your bomb's contents with Painkiller bomb deals no damage, doesn't have on a hit. The roll of damage is normal. Target instead gains temporary hit points. That's actually such cool flavor.
Ooh, okay. Well, hold on. There's more of it on the top of the page. Let's read that.
Oh,
first.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure it is.
So,
Creature without making an attack roll. Once you throw one of these bombs, you can't throw another one for 5-10 minutes. So 1 minute. So basically, once per combat, toss in some temp HP. That's good
really
on them for putting a hard limit on it, honestly.
That's really good temp HP if you think about it, because you have to prime this, right? So it's gonna be
the
2. That's 2.
You're right. This is a lot of temp HP, but again, the issue is you can only really use it once per combat. Although I will say, you could just use it at the beginning of every fight.
Oh yeah, no, this is pretty good temp HP, and this isn't just 2d10 for one ally. Potentially, this is 2d10 for everyone that's in the blast radius.
Alright.
Although, wait a minute. Let's reread it. I want to check if it says something.
What word are you looking for here?
If it is only our allies that would get this, or if an enemy's in the blast radius, if they would also.
On hit the roll, it doesn't have a blast radius.
Oh, it doesn't have a. I didn't even see that part. Okay, so it is just 2d10. Still really good for the record.
Yeah. All right. Now, you know that Baldur's Gate 3 mechanic?
Potion toss.
Starting until you develop the mechanical mechanism to deliver potions more effectively with distance. You can use your action to hurl a potion at a willing or unconscious creature within 20 feet of you. The target gains the potion's benefits if it had consumed the potion normally.
So, question, because I know we've talked about doing it, but we haven't actually had someone do it. Did we ever implement the throwing potions idea, or was that something that we were still on the bench about?
I was always against it.
Okay. I was like, I know we talked about it, but I don't remember.
Yeah, there has been many conversations, and it works for Baldur's Gate, to be very clear.
Yeah.
The way it works in Baldur's Gate, I don't like.
That's fair.
And for me to be happy with it, honestly, I mean, this gives you as a feature, so this one I would let slide to the record.
Yeah.
It's the feature.
Right, no, that's what I was going to ask, is like, if we already do allow it at our table, the reason why I was asking is, if we do allow it at our table...
Yes. I will point out, well, this isn't the case at our table, if you do have some kind of, because of Baldur's Gate 3, that's implemented in some way, obviously this feature is completely useless.
I mean, I would just say, honestly, if we did allow it, I would just say, hey, whatever the range you could throw it, add 20 feet to it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Anyways, carrying on.
But yeah, no, cool.
By 10th level, you test your own tolerance to painkillers such that you can take a small measure of it without ill effect. Whenever you drink a hit point that has the effect of restoring your hit points...
Drink a hit point?
Whenever you drink a potion that has the effect of restoring your hit points, even if you already have all your hit points, you gain an advantage on saving throws until the end of your next turn.
Ooh.
So, this would be specifically a healing potion. Because the potion would have to have an effect on your hit points to begin with.
Correct, I know. But the problem is healing potions are very easy to get. And with my rules, drinking a potion is a bonus action. It's not supposed to be, by the way. It's supposed to be an action,
Right.
but
Yeah.
it is
No.
a bonus
It's an
action with my
action.
rules.
It's an action.
So what I am trying to decide is having this on a bonus action if that's too strong.
I would say. So I know it doesn't call this out, but a lot of the times a party wouldn't buy a lot of healing potions because this alchemist could make healing potions. Like this is clearly the healer alchemist.
Well, all that is true, Ross. Because you know this type of ability is coming, unless your DM is artificially impairing your ability to get healing potions. Here is what I am willing to say. For self-medication, you have to use your action to drink the potion.
I'm fine with that.
I may change my mind in the future, so put it like a may change my mind in the future thing.
Oh, hold on. I just realized I messed up. I put all that notes about the previous one on the apothecary, not the artillerist.
Put it back, Amorist.
Amorist. Sorry. Give me a moment. I was like, huh, where's the apothecary? Oops. Okay. Reworked. I'm gonna put every change we do as a rework. Must drink.
I'm gonna give you a spoiler, Ross. The capstone is disappointing.
Potion as an action to gain the effect. And then okay, what do we got for the capstone? Because I think
starting at 18th level, your medicines are potent enough to rouse the dead. By using your action to mix 500 gold pieces worth of diamond dust into a potion of superior healing or a potion of supreme healing, you create a potion of raised dead. If you use your action to pour this concoction on a humanoid corpse that has been dead no longer than 10 days, the target gains the effect of the raised dead spell. That's just those raised dead spell. But we're getting it at 18th level. 18th level is a spell other people get at, like...
10th. Or 9th. 9th, because raised dead's 5th level, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's disappointing, but hey, if your spellcasters don't have a 5th level spell slot available and you have the material for it.
But at that point, we're just getting. At that point, we're just splitting hairs. I don't think it's a worthy capstone. This subclass is fine, by the way.
I agree, it's not a worthy capstone, but I mean, it's helpful in a pinch, I guess.
I will say we are 2 for 2 with capstones we don't like.
I mean, to be clear, both of them for very different reasons.
Very different reasons, and I'm not going to make any... I am not, by default, going to make any alterations to this. Just letting you know, it's disappointing.
Yeah, no, if you weren't here for the... actually, you could see what the other capstone was, and...
Let's carry on. We got more work to do, because we have a lot to get.
Dynamo Engineer.
Starting at 2nd level. You have invented a small device shaped like a model capable of rendering magical. You can cast the detect magic spell without using a spell slot or spell components.
Once per shore long rest. I mean, neat. It's a free spell for a class that this whole time has not had spell. Oh, never mind. We have spellcasting.
We are a quartercaster. This is actually quartercaster. Quartercaster is pretty close. I don't know if that's normal, but I'm just
that is.
All right.
That is right.
Also, at 2nd level, you can cast spells by storing and releasing engine spells. See the core rules for general rules, spellcasting, and the spells. Blah, blah. You power your spells through handheld arcane devices called spell dynamos, which each hold a single spell slot.
Oh.
The spell dynamos, which dynamo enter casting spell shows how he tells shows what levels these spell slots are held at each of your dynamos. Is all of these spell slots. All of the spell slots are the same. So this is like Warlock, okay?
Oh.
To cast one of your wizard spells to 1st or higher, you must expend a spell dynamo. You regain all expended spells as an official long rest. Unlike other spells, you must prepare the spells held in each of your spell dynamos. Oh, you have to pick them in advance. When you finish a long rest, you configure each of your dynamos to cast a particular wizard spell you know. You can only use a spell dynamo to cast a spell to which it is configured. When you finish short or long rest, you configure or unexpended to hold different spells.
So...
This is an overcomplicated way of saying you're a prepared quartercaster.
Yeah, but you have to configure each. So we have 7 of these total overall by 20.
You're right.
And you have
You're right.
Huh.
It is weird. This is overly complicated.
I would say, I think a lot of the times I wouldn't cast damage dealing spells. I think if I could choose anything from the spell list, as soon as I get access to second level, I think one of mine, if I were to choose a spell right now, I would always have one that has the spell knock on it. Because as a character,
I'd
that has
argue
access
depends on the
to-
campaign.
I agree. I think it depends on the campaign, but a lot of times
But
I wish I had the spell knock. I never pick it.
let's keep going. Two of which you must choose from the evocation transformation, blah 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 blah. Each special evocation changes special.
Yeah, that's just
It must be a level 4 choice. Spells to learn blah 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 blah. Whenever you gain a level in the class, you can replace one of your blah blah blah. This one must be level. It must be no condition unless you replace the spell you gain third blah 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 blah. Intelligence is your thing. Blah blah blah. You use your intelligence. Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
so we get
Blah blah blah. Blah blah blah.
we get. Oh, I just realized we don't even get. This is worse than quartercasters. We don't even get access to cantrips.
We do not. But we do get Arcano Bomb. And thus, by adding an unexpended diamond onto your bomb and thus expending the dynamo spell slot, you can change it to an Arcano Bomb, deals force damage instead of fire damage. Its damage die are d12s, and it deals 1 extra die damage as if a reagent die were added to it. That's disappointing, honestly.
So, well, okay.
For spending what is basically going to eventually be a 4th level spell slot?
Yeah, wait. Why wouldn't the die just scale? Why would it just scale with a reagent die and not with the spell slot you used? Huh?
Yeah, this is...
Wait, unless hold on. Crafting thus expending a domino spell slot. You could change it to an Arcana Bomb. Arcana Bomb does force damage instead of fire damage. As damage dice is d12. Yeah, wait. Why wouldn't you? Why?
This is disappointing, is what this is.
I'm confused of why they just didn't have it scale with what spell slots you use.
Because this dynamo mechanic doesn't work that way, is the honest answer. Let's keep going.
That's damage. Okay.
Beginning at 10th level, when a creature you can see casts spell effects, you can use your reaction to spend a spell damage to release the wave disruptor. If the spell requires to make a save, resistance. Just advantage? Just advantage. That's all you get.
Wait, you can use.
And that's once per long rest advantage on a spell that makes a saving throw.
And you're not even using your. This is just for spell. Wow.
If the spell deals damage, you have resistance against it.
Oh, you have resistance. You could use your reaction.
Which
Okay.
is okay, I guess. But once per long rest, we're spending a spell dynamo.
Yeah. And honestly, do you would be
Ross,
better than
I have
getting
some
resistance to
bad
this?
news. Okay, at this point, with how things have been, this is gonna be like the best stuff. Okay, but you can otherwise waste when you miss with an Arcano, you can recycle and transfer it to one of the emptied out. What? That's stupid.
So okay, I get. I agree it's not capstone worthy, but at the very least, I get how that one works. It's basically saying
It
hey,
doesn't work the way you think it does.
How are you thinking?
Well, you say how it does. Maybe I'm wrong and you're actually thinking correctly.
I'm thinking if you put a spell into your bomb and, launch it, but let's say you miss, or the thing basically doesn't work, you're able to recover that spell and able to use it again at some other point.
You are not.
No?
Nope.
Oh, what do
You store it with your empty dynamos. The ones that you have not set aside to... that you've already expended this long rest, or have not set... Or, the ones you have not set aside to use this long rest. In other words... Well, you don't need me to repeat this. In other words... Great. This has... this does nothing! Like, as far as I can tell, this... Unless I misunderstand this... I need to re-understand the dynamos.
Yeah, maybe we're missing something about the dynamos.
Okay. The power is supposed to be hanging out of the called. She told us shows how many spell dynamos you have. That table shows how level spell. Because Ross, there are 2 possibilities. Actually, 3 at this moment. And if I'm right, and if one of those 3 are the case, this subclass is even worse than we thought. So this was the same level. Cast one of your wizard spells at first. I must. No, that makes sense. Show the spells have when you finish a long rest, you can figure each of your cast spell spell. You can only use a spell to cast spell which is configured when you finish a long rest. You can read from your unexpected. Okay, that's 5 spells at the first level higher than you know. 3 first level spells of your choice, which you must. Blah 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 blah. By starting unexpended.
Is there something at the
Let's
very
let you can
top that we're
change.
missing? Is there anything above the
I'm.
table?
Look, give me a second. No, there is
No.
not. Give me a second. I was reading something. Change it to damage. Deals 5 damage. Okay, so this does. Otherwise, so when you mess with an arcade bomb, you can recycle the spell slot, store the number, transfer it to one of the. What does that mean? Yeah, no, this is just lame. This is just super lame. I think what that basically means is I'm not even sure. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, if the developer
generous,
made the Alchemist, if they could clarify this, if they ever see
the
this
most
video.
generous interpretation I can give you, Ross, is after a short rest, you can cast another spell.
If that is the
But
case,
you have to take a short rest.
If that is the case, I guess it's cool. But as a capstone,
Ross, you know what I'm about to say, right?
A proof of thought, and I agree. This does play around with neat concepts. I will give it that.
Like, so this is our quartercaster. This is our quartercaster. And it's like, first off, you overcomplicate quartercastering to a unnatural degree. That just ends with us getting, 7 4th level spell slots, I guess?
Yeah, which, sure, if you're not long resting that often.
You mean short resting?
Yeah, short resting that often, then cool. You have more spell slots than a warlock if you're not including the.
But we come to the issue of A, you don't get cantrips. B, your capstone is tied to an ability that, let's be real, already sucks.
Yeah, I don't understand the scaling of that.
It doesn't, is the answer.
Which, keep in mind, the bombs do scale by level because you
yes,
this class, but that
doesn't change the fact that the value of the spell slots ain't changing.
Yeah,
they would scale that way. Anyways, we're gonna move on.
Yeah,
this is bad, and I hate that it's bad. But we have a Mad Bomber.
Yeah, Mad Bomber. This one sounds like it'd be powerful. But let's see.
Your bombs deal double damage to objects and structures.
Okay.
A shrapnel bomb deals piercing damage instead of fire damage. Its damage dice are a d8, and it explodes in a 10-foot radius. Here's my issue: the piercing damage would be non-magical.
Did we get an ability? I forget. Did we get an ability that made our bombs count as magical? I don't believe so because that wouldn't make sense because it defaults fire damage. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, wow. So unless you get magical bombs, which I assume magical bomb casting could be a thing.
Let's keep reading. When you prime and throw a bomb, you consider duration for its detonation, which can be any number of rounds, any increment of 6 seconds up to a minute.
Okay.
Thank you for specifying. The bomb ends at the end of your turn after this duration. If a creature is in the area for more than one bomb's blast radius, sometimes the creature is only affected by one of the bombs of your choice.
So we basically set up minefield.
I guess, but
theoretically, if we were to do this to the most potential degree, we were able to prime 5 bombs. 5 bombs and have them detonate all at once.
Here is my issue. You have to set the duration when you do it. If I am a bad guy, let's say a reasonably intelligent bad guy, and a time bomb is placed in front of me, what do I do?
Try to get away from it.
Which means, this is really, you know what? Obviously that's what it's for. This phrase right here.
Yeah,
the Mad Bomber isn't about hurting people. It's about hurting things. Which does mean that it does not have a lot of really good combat. Let's keep going.
Well, let's see. Blast Shield.
You gain resistance to your choice. What? So we just get 1 resistance, okay.
I mean, resistance is nice, but that's all we get at level 10.
You can replace your bomb's explosive coins with charges of black powder, turning it into a dreaded black powder bomb. A black powder bomb dice are d12s, and
that's it.
Wait,
that's it.
That's it. That's it. That's it. We basically got that from the
Wow.
other subclass, and we thought that was lame.
Also, can I bring up this resistance is I get what it's meant for. It's sort of like you gain resistances
Yeah,
from your
I
explosives.
get
but,
it, but our explosives are also doing piercing damage.
well, not
Well,
not
I guess we don't have to use the formula.
right, but also we don't we get immunity from our bombs? Like I think it's like 5 levels
Yep,
later.
yep, you're not wrong. Yep.
This is
Us.
this is also disappointing.
Afraid about that. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. Again, I get that it's supposed to be. Yeah, it gets you. I
the
get
kite
that it's supposed to be
bomb
for
is
destroying
cool.
like stuff, but other than that, even then, its features don't
Yeah.
help it.
Yeah, no.
Like, there is not a situation where I would. There are very few situations where I would rather use piercing damage to any of the other damages that does.
If
It
it
does
was
nothing
magical,
else.
if it was magical piercing damage, then it
But
could
it
be an
isn't.
argument. But exactly.
Alright. We got the mutagenist.
Yep. Hopefully this works better.
Acrobatics, athletics, and shields.
Hey, I mean shields, gaining shield proficiency because we're not gonna have that great of AC. That's pretty nice.
Also at second level, you can use your bonus action to inject yourself with a potent transmutative potion known as mutagen. You get one of the following benefits of your choice for 1 minute until you use your bonus action to inject yourself with a different mutagen. Your strength score increases by 3 to a maximum of 20.
So you don't
Additionally,
have
you
to have
sprout.
a capped strength with this case.
I guess. Additionally, you sprout claws, fangs, spines, horns, or a different natural weapon of your choice. You can use this natural weapon to make unarmed strikes. If you hit it with it, you deal damage equals 1d6 plus your strength minus bludgeoning damage. The damage of this attack is bludgeoning, piercing, slashing as appropriate for the natural weapon. Dexterity also does the increasing. Additionally, your walk 5 feet. That's all we get.
I wonder
Wow.
if this form will upgrade later.
Yeah,
on.
we'll see. Con. Your con increases. Blah blah. As well, your current maximum hit point increases. Yep.
Oh.
Wow. Both your current. I want to point out, by the way, Constitution doesn't get a bonus. They just explain what upping your Constitution does.
So basically, what I'm understanding from this, because you inject yourself, this is a Jekyll and Hyde character. Or
I mean, you say that, but you don't lose anything for injecting yourself. Actually, let me see. Bonus action.
Yeah, you don't
Yes.
lose anything.
1 minute,
Yep.
and you don't lose anything. So there's no reason for me not to basically constantly be injected. No resources. Which I'll be honest, if you're not going to put resources, I would say just get rid of that. Get rid of this whole minute deadline, because I can just keep constantly spamming.
Maybe. It doesn't say it, but it says transmutative potion. Would that mean that we're taking a potion off of our table for? No, I don't think.
No, because it doesn't say it. It doesn't say it. That's just what it's called.
Okay. But cool.
It doesn't. It would have a reagent dice price if it was.
That's all we get at level 2, which fair enough.
At 6th level, I mean, that is a.
It's cool.
It's basically just a weird ASI you can move wherever you want, whenever you want, which is a thing, I guess.
Yeah. You create. Safe enough to eject into others.
You can use your action to spend a reagent dice. Now we're to inject a one creature with 5 feet of you. Because the creature can only be under the effect of one mutagen at a time. Once have injected another creature, you can't do so again until the original mutagen ends.
So, basically, we can only have one of our allies. So, let's say for some reason I want to inject this to our barbarian. Let's say they don't have max stats yet. I inject this into them. I cannot go to the fighter and inject them until their thing ends.
Correct. All right.
Neat.
Starting at 10th level, whenever you inject yourself with a mutation, you can choose one of the following additional mutations.
Okay.
Your flesh takes on, allowing you to bend and stretch with these. The weapons you orchestrate to have reach property if they didn't originally have management blade. Okay.
Cool.
Your skin series a thick with 6 substance that helps you adhere to objects you can move up and down across vertical surfaces, such as leaving your hands. We also have climb speed equal to your weight. Okay, thank you.
Cool. Thank you for saying that. Additionally, you have
creatures have disadvantage.
Oh, creatures have disadvantage. Okay.
You grow a pair of these arms are fully and can be used to hold weapons and shields, allowing you to hold two-handed weapons. Or for one-handed weapons, perform somatic ones, blah 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 blah. By 18th level, you're
actions. Okay.
Also, choose strength, dexterity, or constitution. The choice ability score increases by 2, and your maximum for the score increases to 21 once your choice ability selection can't be altered.
Okay, the fact that it can't be altered sucks, but I guess by that
I mean,
point,
no, I get it, but also...
By that point, you are already, 18th level. You're you have your play style basically nailed down.
So here's my boat. I'm of two minds. On one hand, I think this subclass sucks.
It has potential.
It does, but it doesn't. But they're not interesting. It's basically just flat up your stats. On the other hand, at least at our table, I think upping your stats that early game to that much, with how I let you guys stand, is just a bit much. However, I don't know. I don't have enough passion for this subclass to want to justify its existence. So I think for the time being, I'm going to leave it as not currently allowed. If you really want to play it, we need to talk.
Okay. Not currently allowed. If you want to play it, talk to Pleeps. That's a new category.
It is. It's the I have no interest in modifying this because I just don't like it category. But I also think it's a little too strong.
Right.
It's, me and Kira were talking about it the other day. It's boring strong.
That'd be good.
All right, we get Ooze Rancher.
Which, I'll be honest, I saw this name, have no idea how this connects to the Alchemist. But, let's see.
Okay, you go determines the next song. Whenever an ooze tries to attack you,
we just get Sanctuary, but for oozes. That is so specific. Please, somebody get.
I feel I need to point out, Amoris just, unless I'm mistaken, Amoris just gives you.
But you got to keep in mind that's at level 10.
True, but still.
This is the exact same thing as the Warlock one. The Undying gets.
But let's keep going. So when you choose a field study, blah, blah, blah. I already read this.
Yep.
Yep.
Top page.
A simple, you can mix your bombs. What's the concept of ransom ooze? Changing it into slime. Slime bomb does no damage, but coats the creature. Either dash or disengage action. Slime.
Oh, so you basically potentially can
slow someone down.
Yeah, you can slow someone down.
All right.
That's cool. That's handy.
All right.
Pocket.
Starting at this level, you learn a clever culture for condensing ooze into dungeon and throwing them successfully. Whenever you brew a potion, you can spend 2 to create an ooze bottle.
Chapter 5, which I can get that up real quick.
See Chapter 5. Your oozes can use your touch modifier plus and use your bomb save DC in place of their save DC.
Magic items?
Probably, yes.
What is it called? Ooze bomb? Or
ooze? Wait, ooze bottle.
Ooze
Ross,
bottle.
you're checking. You know what Ross, I can just do? Control F, Control C, Control V.
Right. I forgot about that. I keep on forgetting about that.
Ooze bottle. Potion. Rare. As an act, you can throw this file 20 feet, shatter it, losing a gray ooze. The ooze is friendly to you in your eyes, and you will otherwise attack the next creature you can attack. If there's no ooze, will follow. However, the biochemical ooze is unstable, and the ooze dissolves and life will flash after 1 hour.
So,
okay.
We get an ooze. What are the stats of this guy?
That is a good question. Is gray ooze a thing? Because ooze is just a creature type. Ooze. I want to see the word ooze is brought up again.
By a lot. There's a.
Yeah, I know it's brought up a lot.
Oh, there you go. So
we already covered this. I think. Wait, no. Gray ooze must be an actual enemy then. Gray ooze 5e. Yes, gray ooze 5e. Here it is. 0 stat block.
Okay, let's see what potion we could throw. So.
CR is half. 22 hit points. Damage resistances. It's got some conditions it's immune to.
Cool.
It has some things it does.
Metal.
This is. I always say this is just your most basic ooze.
Okay, I mean, it's an ally in a bottle, and does it say anything about we're restricted on how many we could have out at once?
I believe it does, but I'll get back to the subclass.
Let's
when you brew potions, you can spend 200 dice to your oozes, use your intelligence modifier.
Oh,
I-
so it gets a little better due to our.
Yes, due to our stats, which makes
Okay,
sense.
which I mean, yeah, that makes
Uh,
sense. But okay.
I guess not. Yeah, no. I guess if you want to keep using your action to summon them,
I mean, yeah, it's an
No,
ally
you have
on the
injected yourself
table.
with ooze plasma. The goose has ooze and slime maintaining form. You can move through any space that's one twelve without squeezing through your equipment. Additionally, any critical hit against you becomes a normal hit. Just gives you that.
So we gained the ability of what is it? called?
Adamantine armor.
Yeah, adamantine. Okay.
I don't know how I feel about that.
on one hand, there is a magic item that just gives it to you, and I'm willing to give that away.
Right.
Hmm.
You also gotta keep in mind it would take a lot of effort to get this class to be able to even wear adamantine armor. Because
No,
Am I-
I mean,
am I wrong? Isn't adamantine mainly available for only heavy armor?
I think you can have it be part of any armor, but I'm not 100% sure. But let's keep
Yeah,
going.
I'm not sure. That's why I'm asking. Last bit.
capstone time.
Ooze jug.
You just need a much larger. You have an ooze jug, which functions like an ooze bottle, but contains a single larger ooze. You can have only one ooze jug at a time. You can fill it with the following ooze when you brew potions.
Okay, so we have.
So, if you're curious, Okra jelly, that's the thing that almost killed Kiri.
In the pool, basically.
In the what?
In the not the most recent episode of the guild, but the one that we fought in the guild.
Yes.
Okay. Or a gelatinous cube.
Yeah, the one that got double crits on him.
Yeah. Wait, the double crits one. Oh,
Yeah.
the one that's not in the pool beforehand. Oh, okay.
Yes.
So that's an enemy.
A gelatinous cube, I'm sure you've heard of.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Black pudding, you've actually fought.
We fought a black pudding?
Mm-hmm. Emphasis on we. I'm not going to get into too many details, but it was during Curse of Strahd.
Oh.
That was the thing that I remember. I just sanctuaried it, and we never really had to deal with it.
Oh, I forgot about that moment. Oh shit. Yeah, you're right. So I think this is a summoner basically.
I guess. I mean,
Which
I will say.
also
I don't know.
I just realized something. Did it say anything about fighting alongside or treats us as friendly?
Yes, it does.
It did.
It does.
It did. Okay.
Okay, yeah. The item did,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
which is this whole class built around.
Which
All right, how close are we to be done?
so how are we feeling about the Ooze Rancher?
It's fine.
Yeah.
I'm not like I will say it's fine. I don't think it's bad. I'm not super excited. It's not like I'm.
Oh, we got two
I'm
more.
gonna be honest, by the way, is what the subclasses are a bit of a mixed bag, and nothing is screamed at me saying I want to play it.
Yeah, we got two more.
Venom Smith.
Yep, Venom Smith.
Beginning, you get the Poisoner Discovery. What? Until you reach third level, you have 2 reagent dice which you can spend only on crafting poisons. Using the discovery, this discovery doesn't count against you. Oh, this is a right discoveries. Right, yep.
Which we
Not
get
against your number of
we get
discoveries. No, you
discoveries
can't later replace.
We get discoveries at 13th level, wasn't it?
I don't. You get this one. You get early,
You get one early. Cool.
and you can't later replace with a different one when you gain a level in this class. Additionally, when you deal poison damage, you ignore the poison resistance. When you poison damage resistance, okay, blah blah blah.
Okay.
Venom Bomb. Bomb. A plain bomb deals poison damage instead of fire damage. Just damage dice has constitution the same though instead of dexterity and additional turn rolls. Those different next constitution that before the end of its next turn. That's lame. That's lame because I'm pretty sure up above there are bombs that do way more than that and also does poison damage.
But I do want to bring up the fact.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that this is an aerial effect, potential disadvantage on strength, dex, or cons.
Again,
like
here, let me go back up. I want to double check something.
A little more. That's under discoveries. There you go. Like we're getting more damage.
Poison. Oh, I guess it's ability checks. Okay.
Yeah.
That's different. Alright, well, it's okay, I guess.
And hey, we made our poison damage a little stronger with it, so.
That is fair.
We are one more page.
Taking you a while.
Yep,
there we go. All right. 6th level. You are adept at applying poison without being seen. You advantage on dexterity checks you make to add ingested poison to food or drinks, to apply poison to a weapon you're holding without being seen, or to place it. I mean, it's all right. It's all right.
Well, also, question, because I know in Baldur's Gate, it's a bonus action to dip your weapon. Or
That's
dip,
not a thing in actual D&D.
well, when I mean dip, it more means apply. Like
I know
something to
what
a
you're
weapon.
saying.
What-
I am
what is
telling
it
you,
that
it's
goes-
like, yeah, it would almost certainly be an action, but it's like it's not really a mechanic. I technically, I guess I have it as a mechanic in my game because I gave you guys an item that you can dip your weapon into.
Yeah,
but
literally.
what did I? How did I? You know what? I'm curious how I rolled that weapon, that item.
I believe you did it as a bonus action, but you can only do it a number of times before it basically just
Yes.
stops working.
Yes, I remember that part. My homebrew creation. By the way, just don't look away from how horrible a lot of these are. Some of these, by the way, I didn't make. And some of these I did make. Where is it? I don't remember what I called it.
I mean, we could take a look at Carrie's character sheet and.
Could, but I'm already here on this page.
Yeah, that's fair. That's literally, if I had a problem with that, I would be a hypocrite because that's my excuse
Disease,
every time.
disrupt, drowned, blah, 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 blah.
Oh wait, can't we just sort it by items?
We could, but I'm already here. I'm never gonna not
Correctly.
already be here.
That's fair. I had Exfoliating Shadow. I remember that one.
Infecting ooh. Laughing. This is something I was working on but never finished. We're almost there. Some of these I made and some of these I didn't, to be very. Poison coating, is that it? This is it. Bonus action, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, the weapon does additional d6 per 1 minute. The same weapon cannot be coated this way twice in the same day. As a spent coating nullifies new coating. I believe I gave Kiri like 10 uses.
Yeah.
Alright, carrying right along. That was just like
Yeah,
a bonus
that
round,
was,
really.
Yeah, that was a tangent. Cool.
Alright, let's take a look at 10th level. By missing yourself small doses of various poisons you have developed into the ravage, you have immunity to poison damage. Okay, that's fine.
Cool.
Whenever a creature within 5 feet of it with a melee attack, you can use your rational spray poison to attack. Must make a con save when against bomb saves or poison will while poison the creature from the agent. Poison damage poison creature can repeat the same throw at the end of turn. So you're nah. I mean, I'll say it's okay for a capstone, but the issue is you have to set it up to be useful.
Your reaction is to potentially poison someone, which I want to bring up.
I mean, damage over time is fine. The poison condition is fine.
That's true. Actually,
Anyways,
can we re-look at the scroll back up? Does it specifically call out that our poison? Is it just our bombs or just poison damage we deal in general? Gets removes the resistance.
it's just poison damage you deal in general.
Okay. I was gonna say if they only applied the bombs, then we would have a issue. But anyway.
Ooh, that's a good spot. And that's interesting to note. Okay. Anyways, moving right along.
Thoughts?
This is fine. Nothing. It's nothing too
yeah.
strong. I don't hate again. I don't think it's a bad subclass. I think this would be fun for the right player. I have no drive to play it.
That's fair.
All right, then we get our Xeno Alchemist.
Which what I mean.
You have advantage on ability checks you make to identify or research monsters.
Cool. That applies to perception, Actually, no. Investigation.
Nature, probably.
Nature,
It depends on what your DM. It depends on what your DM feels like.
Yeah, I would say survival probably is on the list too.
But
like in general.
let's go.
Yeah, let's see.
5 points of independence and stretching together. You gain 2 monstrous graphs of your choice. We have to use this mechanic again.
Hey, woohoo!
Additionally, you don't lose hit points or hit dies from installing or removing graphs. I think you know time to recover after the attachment. They really like this mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, this is only the second time we've seen it, and there might be one.
You can get to this level whenever you take the attack action to prime and throw a bomb on your turn. You can make an unarmed strike as part of that action. You can only use.
So we get a limited extra attack.
If your unarmed strike is improved by a graph such as bestial weapons. So
Oh,
If
wait,
you
so
want
it's...
to take advantage of your 6th level feature, you better use your 2nd level feature to give yourself an unarmed strike attack.
Eh.
I know, right? It's like, it's alright. You learn how to change your own biology with necromancy through reanimated organs that will persist after your death. When you are reduced to 0 points but not kill that right, you can drop 1 point instead. That's
Lame.
once per long rest. That's just that half orc ability.
Yeah.
Here's
alive.
You can recreate an alchemy golem through an 8-hour long procedure, which can conduct over. Just you must have the healer's kit and a knife, as well as at least 3. So 80 level, I get this guy. 76 hit points.
I'll be honest with you. I would...
5 disadvantage, immutable form, lightning absorption, magic resistance, monstrous. Its monstrous grasps are magical. So you have to give it monstrous grasp for it to be good.
Honestly, Plebes, you know what I'm thinking?
Your alchemy golem is actually playing its turn. Here we go. On each of
Uh,
its turns, you can use bonus action to command your golem. You type section golem take it will move. Next turn you can issue blah blah blah. If you issue blah blah blah, once given an order the golem, you want the yep blah blah blah. You use your intelligence modifier once for attack. When you attack, roll drops 0 once it dies. You can destroy alchemy. You can attack up to 3 grasps to your alchemy golem. You can only have 1 alchemy golem at a time.
Can I just say this?
Stay or stay. Yeah.
I would have given this at the... Because this sound... I would have given this at level 2, but have it, like, not this powerful. Have it just scale to this point.
Honestly, honestly, in having us slowly being able to add more monstrous grasps to this thing.
Yeah. Why are you giving this... This doesn't sound like a capsule. It sounds like a...
Yeah, I'm actually gonna give a Xeno Alchemist approve without thought.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. You know how I know I said they don't count as much. They don't. I still think the Alchemist is a subclass worth playing, or rather, a class worth playing.
Yeah.
Subclasses are all kind of lame. But
Yeah,
there it is.
Yeah, Alchemist is done. I wanted... After seeing the Xeno Alchemist there, like getting the golem at the end, I would have just... Again, I would have made it just basically... Give it basically a
Like Steel Defender, right?
Yeah, Steel Defender, your Dragon Pet from the Drake Warden, the updated Beastmaster. Like, give it a scaling stat block. Why just give it at the end?
On it, here's my issue. I know we're supposed to put monstrous graphs at them, but even with them, we've looked at them.
Oh yeah, no,
we have since looked at them separately after our initial video because we were curious.
Yeah. So if you want,
but looking at this stat block without them, because obviously, I guess pick and choose. They'll do what they do.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks. I mean, it's CR5. It's just not going to be interesting.
Yeah, CR5. Yeah,
I know. It is we're gonna move on because we got other stuff we want to do today, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But it is a shame that the subclasses in this particular book or this particular class are lame. But I will note this: I like the class as a whole.
Yeah, the class as a whole. I think I would like to play. It sounds fun. I don't know what one of the subclasses. Honestly, maybe you and I on our own, because I don't think itself needs a rework. Maybe
but the subclasses do.
Maybe you and I could work on something for this last one, because I like the idea of having an alchemy golem. That sounds cool.
But for now, that's what we're gonna call this here.
Yep. Thank you guys for watching this video of Approved or Not. Next time, what class are we looking
don't know.
at?
We don't know.
I don't know. We're not gonna.
Bye, Ross.
We can't wheel it yet. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay tuned for more. Bye bye.